Marc Warnke here. We're into the whole process of life steading, and part of one of the things that you can do to really improve your ability to be ready for the fact that I believe there's going to be fights in grocery stores over food this year. I think we're going to see stuff like that. I really do. Milk and meat and eggs and simple things that we all take for granted. So get some chickens, get some goats, and get a garden, and I can help you with all of that. But we're going to talk a little bit about hand milking today and the value of goat milk. So goat milk is one of the most nutritious things literally on planet Earth for the human being. There isn't, it's second only to human milk in terms of this perfect combination of fat and even more so with the multi-chain triglycerides, so MCTs, the very small fat molecules that are super digestible, and the lack of lactose. There's almost no lactose in goat milk, so it's really easy to digest. It's really easy to get that really powerful nutrition to your brain. And goats that free forage like we do here, they're out there gathering herbs and all this wonderful minerals and all this stuff in their milk. And I had a customer here the other day. He goes like, I feel like I'm drinking your mountain. And it's really true. It's really this super beautiful thing. So don't forget that it literally, if you drink it raw, which I highly recommend you do, and there's simple testing to make sure that your goat doesn't have something that they can pass along to you, and learning we have a whole milking course that teaches you how to make sure that you do it in a sanitary way. And if you want to use a milking machine, you can do that. I'm going to show you how to hand milk because that's where I started. I hand milked in an open barn with a stanchion sitting in the middle of the straw, and it's really a beautiful relationship between you and a doe. And when you know how to do it, it doesn't take very long. 5-10 minutes and you're done milking, you're back in home with a pail full of milk, and you have a filtration system that works beautiful, and then you chill it down quickly, and it's this really beautiful process. So I can't tell you how much I would encourage you to milking goat. So I'm going to go grab Bella, who has some really nice concentric teats for hand milking. I'm going to show you what to look for there when you're hand milking, and we're going to grab her and hope you find this helpful in terms of some milk, and be back in a second with Bella. All right, so we got Bella here, and we kind of switch gears on you. And just so you know, we use Simple Pulse. We milk like 8 gallons a day here on the farm, and this system works really awesome, and that's a great family, and I highly recommend it. We don't make any money to recommend it because honestly, they charge so little over above their cost, there's not enough room to pay somebody else. And I also want to bless their family. The Sullivans are beautiful people, and I like doing business with beautiful people. That's more important to me than money and all that fun stuff. Teat wipes, okay? It's got some stuff that keeps their teats nice and soft. And it comes in a big roll. We're just gonna wipe it off real quick. Go in here. Now, she did just get milked a little bit ago, so she's not all full at all. She carries a ton of milk. We get so much milk off of Bella, it's ridiculous. I had talked about her being an exemplary hand milker, and she is. And the reason is because she's got this perfect forward-facing teats. Now, the milking industry wants the teats facing straight down because the milking industry wants to put these on there. So they want to put those on there and have them be easy and step up on the stand, and they can put them in from behind. But when you're hand milking, having little forward facing teats is super good, and this is the right size. Too little is really hard. Don't get duped into that whole Nigerian dwarf thing. Not that I'm running those guys down, but holy mackerel, to try to squeeze those teats is really complicated. You want a teat you can get your hand on. You want to be able to go up in there and grab it. So we're going to start talking about like technique. And I'm not going to be concerned as with sanitation as I normally would. We do shave the teats and we do all that stuff. So the process of hand milking is first pinching the milk in the teat. So what I'm doing is I'm going like this. I'm not going like this. I'm going like this, and I'm pinching that teat tight. So I'm first capturing the milk in the teat, and then I'm going to use these 3 fingers, and I'm going to squeeze that teat, and milk comes out. Okay, so do you see that? So I'm capturing it in there and squeezing it out, and when you get good at it, you're fast. So the other thing you got to remember is these does are a pain in the butt with stepping in the bucket. So I'm always conscientious to be defending these feet back, and I'm going to be conscientious of her trying to, oh, I didn't realize how sore that finger. I have a hurt finger right now. So I smashed my finger really bad. That's making squeezing teats a little harder, but we'll get it done. But anyway, this is basically the process. There we go. Now I got my spot. So you can do it together. You can alternate, which is actually more of a resting pattern. You can do fast little squirts, or you can do long, slow squirts. Doesn't matter, it all just comes out. Now, one of the things that people think I'm doing is that I'm pulling down, and I'm not at all. I'm just squeezing and squeezing out. But it looks like it when you see somebody milk, because I'm kind of getting into it. Really what's happening is the teat is lengthening. So did you see that? Did you see me defend with this hand? So she got kicky, and I defended with this hand to keep her from stepping in the bucket. So you end up kind of being this little ninja, keeping them from stepping in the bucket, and we got super yummy, easy to get milk. Now, she's not even full. She just got milked a couple hours ago, and you can see how much milk we get out of a doe like this. But because these teats are facing forward, you can see they'll push into the bucket more easily. In the beginning, it takes a while to get your hands strong enough to really do this, and you'll see that you'll get tired. So if you get tired, go ahead and do one at one side and pray that you have a patient doe with a good grain feeder and a good stanchion that'll hold them in place while you do your thing. So again, hand milking, really super cool. I don't want to take you through that whole process, but we already have that much milk in the bucket. And again, there's nothing like fresh milk. I'm telling you, when you get used to goat milk, fresh goat milk, and when you chill it and everything else, it is so good. And don't forget, the part that I forgot on the beginning is that this is a live microbiome. This is, the milk in there is alive. It's alive with bacteria and all these positive things for your guts and your gut health in general. And you're literally taking in like probiotics made by one of the most intuitive eating machines on the planet. When a goat takes food in their body, it can take up to six days for food to enter their body and come out their butt. So imagine that mining out of all those nutrients and minerals and everything. And these does, they go out there and they collect the mountain, and they make it in their udder so we can eat the mountain. I just think it's the coolest thing ever. Super digestible, super delicious. It's a live microbiome, full of MCTs, multi-chain triglycerides, doesn't have lactose in it. And one last really cool thing, goat milk has lactobacillica in it, which is a bacteria-eating bacteria. So it actually has long-term stability ability, which means the longest I've ever put milk out at room temperature and still consumed it was 3 years. It turned into yogurt. So it really has the capability to cheese and yogurts. It's hard to make butter because it's naturally homogenized. So because it stays, it doesn't separate the fat from the milk or from the whey, that it stays together, and super yummy, delicious to taste. If you've never tried fresh, properly chilled, properly taken care of goat milk, it will shock you. And I'm telling you, warm ambrosia. So I hope you find that helpful, and I hope it encourages you. If you're a lifesteader, you're somebody who's looking to have food autonomy where you're not reliant on the system, a milk goat or a goat in general, you should just have one. They're an amazing critter to have in your barn. So I hope you find that helpful. Marc Warnke is my name. I'm known as the Goat Guy. I would encourage you to look into our courses. We have an entire course that teaches you how to run milk goats. We have an entire course that teaches you how to help a goat have a baby. And we have all the other courses on PackGoats and how to raise a baby and all that different stuff, as well as we have a Goat Club membership that for a minimal amount of month, you get to look over my shoulder as I farmstead and raise goats. And anytime I'm doing anything other than going out in the pasture and feeding, I film it and I upload that so you guys can watch me in all the different things that need to be done to take care of goats. So I hope you find that helpful. Marc Warnke, the Goat Guy, signing out.